Hello fellow ghouls and gargoyles, this is Count Lazuli once again here. Now, we're not here playing a Snapmap today. Instead, we're going to talk about something that I did for Snapmap a while back. This here is my Doom Snapmap poster, which I made for the community using community assets right here. So, what you see here is the Snapmap poster, and it is consisting of a handful of different Snapmap bosses built out of custom geo. Now, this varies from single player bosses to collab bosses to even just like evil characters made out of pieces. So we're going to go through each of these bosses here one by one. We've got the Sun from Eye of Horus, made by Taylorhead. This is a really popular Snapmap, by the way, if not maybe one of the most popular of them all. This here is the final boss. Now, people call it the Eye of Horus, even though it is titled as the Sun, but they are essentially the same thing. While itself isn't particularly overwhelming when it comes to geo pieces, it's definitely an iconic one amongst the different geo props out there. We then have Psychotron, another extremely popular Snapmap. This buddy, I believe, was the mother of all animated Snapmap bosses. From what I've heard, Psychotron was the first of the Snapmap bosses that was, controlled with moving animations here, so of course I'm going to have him on here. We have the Great Overseer, designed by Vlad Kublitsky, but the mechanics, I believe, were from Taylorhead, so this is actually a collab boss. The Great Overseer is the boss fight in Doomed Chapter 4, the last of the Doomed series installment on Snapmap. We then have my own boss here, Master Garrock from my Prime Snapmap, Garrock's Pantheon, a map that was based on the Terragrithius Chamber with its own twists and turns on it. Not much to say here, I'll just tell you to go play my map. We then have Dwayne, created by Z-Manzilla, from the Snapmap Dawn of the Dwayne. Like Doomed Chapter 4, the whole map here is a boss fight in and of itself. A very creative one, I will say, where you defend your ship from this one tiny little Dwayne, which is the nickname for Lost Souls, with a giant mech suit attacking your ship. We then have the Cyber Mastermind by Psychonite 141. I believe that this came from Birth of Armageddon, episode 10, the final in the campaign series. From what he's told me, this is based off the Spider Mastermind, but with a little bit more of that cyber whatever twist on it. I haven't played the map, but it does look pretty cool, so I should give it a shot sometime. We then have an original by Vlad Kublitsky here again, the Red Key Guardian. This really incredible looking Hydra dragon here. I just had to include this. A really amazing piece. This was Doomed Chapter 2. So here we have two now boss fights from the Doomed series. And then we have Dr. Pepper's Red Skull. No, not the Red Skull from the Marvel Comics. This is Red Skull from Sekibond, and I believe the Loose Screw series, if I am correct. I couldn't resist it. I had to have this little buddy on the map. Or not the map, the poster. I had to have him on there. Cute little fella, so I put him on. And those are the bosses right there. Now, you probably have noticed that there's a pair of eyes at the top of the poster here. That I believe it's safe to reveal it now. It's been some time, and I think Justin has officially um, said it's cool for people to know. So those eyes at the top there, that is Mephistus, a creation of Justin himself. I'm only showing off the eyes here because that is yet to come in the remake of the Terragrithius chamber, the Mephistus lair. So consider that your first real look at Mephistus. It's going to be a while. Jared Crash, Justin, and I, we're all working, still plotting some things for that upcoming map. But I digress. This here is my Snapmap poster. But before I go, I will tell you how it is that we made this, or at least how I made this. So what I did was I went into each of these maps here. I kind of, tampered around with the arena. I took the different blocks and I turned them a bright green. By doing so, I then had myself a green screen. So, with a green screen, that made the Photoshop cropping tool way easier to use. I had way less work and complexities that I had to deal with. And through the Photoshop Adobe Magic, I was able to pull them right off the background, put them onto this poster, and then tweak them in ways, I did have to actually turn around some of the different prop pieces for the simpler Geo bosses. For those such as the Great Overseer, those were very complex in Geo, so I actually had to use Photoshop Magic to actually edit those. With some Photoshop alterations, I was able to give some glowing eyes and energy and such in order to really make them pop. So this here is my Doom Snapmap poster. You can do what you wish with it. I'm going to leave a link to a JPEG for it in the description. So you can feel free to do what you wish with this poster. I wish I could give you a little bit of a better quality, but I would need a bit better tools at my disposal. And I wish I did have some better quality at the time when I made this. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoy this poster. Do what you will with it. This is one of my gifts to the community. This is Count Lazuli, and I am out.